Good morning, students. So today we will review about chapter 12 and chapter 13. So you have learned about some vocabularies also. So here's it takes from chapter 12. A headache, feel sick, feel dizzy, a cold, an erase, a stomachache, yeah, a sore throat, and take medicine. So here's for the vocabularies. And now it is on your textbook. And you have to choose whether, and you have to fill in the blank of each, the blank word over there. So it is on your textbook on page 100, on page 100. Number 2, part 2, I mean, right here, and number 1 has been done for you. So for number 2, cold. Number 3, take medicine. Number 4, felt sick. Number 5, a sore throat. So here's for the answer for page 100, part 2. Make sure that you already have the correct answers here. Next, you have to write it on your notebook, each of the questions here, and also you have to answer it. So number 1 has been done for you. So you have to choose whether you should or shouldn't, and could or couldn't. Okay. So number 2, he shouldn't watch TV. Number 3, she should go to the dentist. Okay. Then for next part is choose the correct answer with could or couldn't. So we couldn't use Wi-Fi for a Wi-Fi 50 years ago. Jill could make a smoothie. I couldn't find my brother. Remember that should or shouldn't, it means that harus. If shouldn't means tidak harus. Okay. And then could and couldn't. Could means bisa, couldn't means tidak bisa. Could is the past form of can, and couldn't past form of can or cannot. So you know that the meaning of could and couldn't is could is bisa or boleh. Couldn't means tidak bisa atau tidak boleh. Okay. So here's for the exercise. It is not on your worksheet or textbook, so you have to pay attention to this PPT. And I hope that you already write it on your notebook. So here's, you have to choose whether you use who or which. So number 1 is use who. And then number 2, take a look at the subjects here, the shoes. So you have to use which. Remember that which is for things, and who is for person. Okay. And next, number 3, the cup. Cup here is the subject, and you have to use which. This is the girl who, because the subject is person. Then there is the bus, which. Okay. And then number 6, this is the doctor, who. A doctor. So this is the subject here. Subject for number 1 is the teacher. So it use who. Okay. So you have to write a sentence using who or which. Remember that you already practice it on your book. So yep, on page 106, you have an example there. And this is how we gonna do. Number 1, you have an example here. Jo is the girl. She won the competition because the subject is name. So you have to use who. The subject is person. Jo is the girl who won the competition. Number 2, this is the pen which I was lost. Number 3, this is the t-shirt which too small. Number 4, this is the boy who bought the biscuits. And number 5, this is my uncle who lives in the USA. So there's for part 2, and you have to write it on your notebook. So you can practice your how to make a sentence. Okay, so here's we're gonna do for chapter 14. So this is your new chapter, new material for AT. So please take a look at page 110, and then here's the vocabularies. So you have already know about parents, about son, daughter, kids, children. So here's, you have to write it on your notebook. Mother-in-law, it means that ibu mertua. Then father-in-law means ayah mertua. Wife is istri, husband is suami, son is anak laki-laki, daughter anak perempuan. And here's, I want you to check on summary because there is a mistake of the meaning of niece. Here's, we read it niece, keponakan perempuan, and nephew for keponakan laki-laki. So you have to change the meaning of niece, yours, and nephew on your summary. It's not saudara sepupu, but keponakan perempuan. Okay. So here's next on page 111. So you will learn about past continuous. Past continuous is talk about an action happening at a certain time in the past. So ini terjadi sesuatu atau kegiatan yang terjadi pada waktu lampau dengan waktu yang di waktu tertentu, maksudnya ya, di waktu tertentu pada masa lampau. So you use were and was for the subject. If you learn about the subject, here's the subject. You, we, they use were because they are a plural subject. I, she, he, it using was because they are singular object. And verb ing. Verb ing here. Kata kerja ditambah ing. So here's the example. You were riding a bicycle. We were visiting a museum. He was making a smoothie. So make, it based on make becomes making. This is visit become visiting, and ride become riding. So here's for past continuous. Yeah, so that's all for the review and your new chapter. And please read it again when you have a time. So make sure that you understand with the new chapter. Okay, thank you everyone.